What a perfect evening. It was sure nice of them to make us cheeseburgers.
Oh, yeah. You will find happiness with a new love. Oh, even the Chinese are against me. What's the point? I can't fight fate.
Hey, we're out of these new love cookies.
Well, open up the stick with your wife barrel.
With the amount of quality new products we're being bombarded with at every price point nowadays, I think it's quite easy to often overlook the things that we already have as a point of inspiration, or just getting the job done. And to be fair, I'm pretty guilty of this as well. So today we're going to give you one example, and that's the micro cue. So I think I've had this thing roughly for about 21 years, maybe more. I initially got it when I was quite a noob. I sold it because I didn't quite get it, and then I bought it again, and I've had it ever since. So over the past sort of, I guess, 5 years, maybe more, I got bored with it, and I thought I reached its limit of what I could do with it, and it just got, it didn't get used, and then it got taken out the rack, and then I replaced pots on it because that's the thing that goes on it, and a few other things, and I was ready to sell it. And then I had a little play with it one night, and I thought, hang on a minute, there's something here. And it's surprising that after all these years you can still come up with fresh things with it. I mean these Germans really gave you these tools that you can be so creative with, and it's refreshing. I've had this all along, and even to this day, like a few nights ago, I was pulling out sounds out of it that I didn't think I could get out of it, and the internet, there's got really a lot of panning views on this product. For example, obviously the cue sits at the top, but the micro cue is a bit of a funny one. And obviously the thing is, I've had this for 20 years. It's taken me 20 years to really, and to be fair, I've still got a lot, I still don't know a lot about it. I still have a lot to learn, but it's taken me 20 years to kind of really get, for me, what I want out of it. So it's kind of limiting your tools and giving yourself a focus on one thing to really get the most out of it, because chances are, if you have so much stuff, and I'm guilty of this, you're probably not getting the best out of them. But also at the same time, take a look at not behind me, in front of me. I have a couple of free synths. We got a Juno, and we have a Korg 700S, and my bass station. The Juno instantly has tone. You know, it's always sounds like that. The thing is, with things like the micro Q, I totally get it that some people don't want to sit there messing around with it to force it effectively into sounding like something. But I have to say, one thing I do like about the Q, and it does have a tone, you know, with stuff like a super bass, not super bass station, the other Novation, the Ultra Nova, or what do you call it, the Supernova, that's it. It sounds a bit plasticky. The Waldorf, you really have that sound, and this is my other thing is it has its own tone. And I guess if you don't like that sort of digital kind of tone, you probably might not like it. And even though it can do analog sounds, I think it really specializes at the electronica side, dance, house, techno, ambient, all that shiz. So to end this, do you need to buy that new synthesizer? Probably not, but they are a great source of inspiration, new inspiration. But go on, have a play with one of your old ones. See what you can do with one thing. My favourite, well, not a synth, is S900 as a sampler. I love working within those limitations and creating stuff with it. And one more thing. One thing that I find quite funny is often complex sounds or sounds that often take up a lot of room in the mix don't require either a good or like a complex arrangement, yet simple sounds, piano strings, that kind of stuff, like early house really could do with a you know, decent arrangement and just good writing, you know, good writing, nice chord structures. So it's kind of a bit of a crutches, and this is one thing I used to be guilty of that I've sort of fallen back into and I hate, which is demonstrated in this video, I think, by those sounds, because I went on a rabbit hole programming micro Q. Those kind of sounds really don't rely on anything special in terms of writing. It's just fancy sounds, whereas you know, the proper sort of house stuff, the early stuff, you know, it's really a good balance of writing, arrangement, and you know, just yeah. So it's balancing those ideas out. Yeah.
wobbling an electric bass part played by Louis Johnson. So let's get into the sound. I'll show you how it was made on the R2600. Hit it.